And I think we're live. Hey, welcome everybody. We're doing another game. We missed you yesterday. Zane is multitasking. He's on at least he muted himself. He's trying to get his printer fixed. You get to see him. That's his on technical support face right there. But we got Drew in the house.
Oh, snap.
Who's going to be dueling with us. And we just looked at a game where Lux had the most damage, so I'm expecting some big damage numbers from Drew on this one.
Okay.
The Cole experiment is not bad.
No? It's going well? Good.
It really depends on the support. Dude, I played a game with Maokai support. Was epic. He just zoned them off of everything with his saplings. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, Maokai can be a little bit of a pain. He's got a little bit of tank in him.
Yeah, I don't care about the engage and just the saplings. Just keep throwing the saplings out at people. That's my dream. To just get out of laning phase, even or a little bit ahead on CS, and just not have to do anything. Just poke. Much love all. All right, here we go. Zan's gonna join us when he's done his technical support call. He looks like he's stressed out. Don't stress out, Zan.
I mean, he's been on the call for like 45 minutes, so
Give them love, Zan. Give them love. Remember,
that's
they hate their lives.
45 minutes. He could have been making videos.
Oh, somebody already banned Brand. Okay, what's our backup ban? Oh, Zerath. I hate Zerath. Hate Zerath. Still on the Shaco ban, eh? Not liking the Shaco?
Shaco, like, he tilts me so hard.
Oh, wow.
It's like, especially support Shaco. It's a little less of a pain as Lux. It's more of a pain as Pike. Because he can basically perma, like, it makes my Q, like, non-existent.
Wow.
Because they just box in front of my Q.
Oh, really? Your Q
yeah, it's so annoying.
When was the last time we saw Pike? I mean, Shaco support, though.
Like a week or two ago, I had like 3 games back to back.
Wait,
and
so who were you banning if you were up against Shaco?
Well, at that time, when I was playing Pike, I was doing Lulu. Lulu is annoying.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, because her problem is like you go in for the execute. She uses her ult, and it's like you've if you have gone too deep, you're dead.
Right. How are the Pike games going? Pike is pretty dead in this meta right now.
I mean, so I had Lux get banned on one game on Sunday, and I went 6-1 in like 15.
Wait, 1 death? Who is this person? That's not Drew.
Not every game is like a complete feed fest. Come on.
Well, I would expect like 6-6 in 12 or something, not 6-1. When was the last time you had 1 death ever in a game with me? As Pike.
As Pike, ooh.
Maybe
questionable.
Never.
Questionable.
Yeah, I think never. The 6 death mark is like, that's the cusp. More than 6, we lose.
Yeah.
Okay, who do we have here? Galio Senna?
Yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen an Annie support in ages.
All right.
Yeah, definitely Galio Senna.
Galio Senna. I wonder how long Zan's going to be on this call.
Well, I hung up already, man.
He hung up. Oh, he's here.
There
Zan
he
the man
is.
in the house. He's here.
I just have to contact them tomorrow morning.
If you have a technical support problem, you got to call Drew first, not technical, not printer.
You know what's really funny about that? So it was about like 6 or 8 months ago. I get a random call from my college band director who had retired.
Wow.
You know what? I hung up on him and now they're calling me back.
Oh. Uh-oh.
And then he retired.
And
He's like, Drew, help me. Whoa!
yeah.
Look, we got Little Devil matching skins. Look at that.
What? Oh, yeah. You and
I've
Fizz.
never
Nice.
seen that. That's cool.
Nice.
Hey, we need to get a matching skin. Doesn't Lux have some kind of skin that matches Teemo?
Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Well, that quality of life thing. So when I went to shop, it auto queued up like as like a suggested the spell thief and my potions in one click.
Oh, that's cool. We need to find. I'll buy you that skin if there's a Lux skin that matches Teemo.
I don't know.
I think we should do that. How many Lux skins are there? Teemo's got quite a few.
Lux has quite a few skins too.
I don't think there's any overlap though.
I don't know. We'd have to look.
Is Zan back or is Zan on hold again?
I think he might be back on the phone.
Oh, he's on the phone. All right. Well, wait. You know,
He's-
he's laughing though.
He's laughing. I mean, that means he's probably back on the phone.
Oh,
But yeah,
there he is.
so
There he is.
band director calls me just out of the blue. He's like, "Hey, I've got this problem where I'm trying to get VHS and roll tape media onto my computer." Now, mind you, he has like recordings from like back when he first started band directing, which was 50 years ago. And he has all of the appropriate equipment. He just wasn't sure like how to actually get it into his Mac. So he lives probably about an hour away. You know, it's kind of one of those like for an old friend, I'm more than happy to drive an hour out of my way to.
Wow, he
help
didn't
you
drive
out.
to you for the thing. You went up to him.
Well, he had a desktop, so not like he's gonna just like pack up his entire desktop and.
Wow.
But-
How much do you like doing that stuff?
You know, it's
Got to be a mix, right? I mean, like,
it's more of the problem solving that, like, I enjoy a challenge, and you know, I'm more than happy to like. I worked for Apple for 2.5 years as a tech support guy.
oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I worked at Apple at the same time that I was working at GE.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, that was good. That was a good poke there, Drew. Let's go.
Yeah.
Look at them. Look at them. Drew's doing it, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Drew Hitchcock.
If she gets overzealous, just gonna.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. You got to hit those cues. Oh my goodness, we're coming.
Oh,
Ah. Should I flash for that? You flash for it. Oh, and he does it. Look at that. While I'm sitting here thinking about what to do, Drew's just doing.
It's like, I think she's just low enough.
I was like, should I? Just as I say, should I flash for it? Drew has already flashed, already gone in. I like it. I like this, Drew. I mean, apart from stealing my kills, but
Of course. So yeah. So I mean, like, I've always been like a computer person in general. So
Right.
like. Oh, sounds like he's back. Uh-oh.
who's back?
Uh-oh.
Zane's back? Or...
Uh-oh.
Oh, Drew.
Okay.
Drew. What was
Okay.
that, Drew?
That was I got caught by Galileo and then caught by Summer.
Drew. What are we doing?
Fonda White's in the house.
Fonda. Oh, Fonda. Dude, I'm talking about you tomorrow in Movement Makers.
Uh-oh.
2 slides. You're on 2 different slides, Fonda.
Good
Fonda
stuff.
White. The
Good
legend.
stuff.
The legend of Fonda White.
So I now have to ask: Have I been on any slides?
I don't know. Have you?
I don't think so. I don't
I don't think so. No. Not yet.
Okay, I was just curious.
I mean,
Not important.
he said, "Oh, okay, cool."
I think that might
Oh,
even
yeah.
be a record, though. Maybe has Zane been on 2 slides in the same
Zan's,
in the same presentation?
No, I think Fonda's got the record.
That might be it. I usually like to space it out. I don't usually like to talk about. I usually like to have give some variety. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, Fonda's going. He's got 2 spots tomorrow. Tomorrow we're doing it, Zen. Your topic 1. The coaching topic. We're doing
It did? Get
Yeah.
out of here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Let me go check.
Yep.
Because it was like 3 behind last time I checked. I said, okay, well.
No, it won now. Well, and whatever. If it fell back behind, we're still doing it because I already made the content. I was working on it today. But
you probably recycle a lot from that one presentation, yeah?
Yes, from the one with Evan Pagan, but
Yeah.
I added a 9th step. So instead of 8, there's 9, and we're gonna split it up over two sessions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a change then.
Oh,
We're going mega deep on it. It's not an oh, Drew, that was close. That was close, Drew.
I have no idea where this Galio is though.
What's Sam doing right now?
He's probably looking at his printer.
Oh no, I'm looking at
Looking at
my
the chat.
Now my printer, I got to take it in for service. That's the only. That's the conclusion.
So what is the problem?
I got all these different. That's okay. No. I just.
No, I'm just more curious.
There is all these
Drew.
colorful lights on it.
There are colorful lights on it. Okay.
What's that? Data is yellow. The emergency light is red. The drum light is yellow. Those are the main lights. That's solid.
Mo's here. Nice, Drew. Drew, come on, MVP right here.
Yeah, normally in the past I just go buy a new drum, so a new drum for it. But they said now this is a little bit more. I'm like, okay, I just gotta take it in for service.
What kind of printer is it? Like
HP.
It's a laser printer. It's a brother.
Oh, brother. You know what? That makes sense. Zan's a brother. Zan's our brother. That makes sense.
Yeah. I've been really happy with my brother printer.
Oh yeah, these printers are like really off the chain. Even when I purchased this, I wanted to get the top of the line. This thing's been working perfectly, but wear and tear.
You might want to go help at the dragon. Oh, all right. Oh my
he got it.
goodness!
Oh snap!
O to the M to the G.
So Fonda White says this is random.
Oh, random.
But,
All right.
but I've been thinking about starting an independent production company, and it deals with all of my passions: music, motivational speaking, short films. And I want to start it to up my company. My question is, how would I get started? A general question. Okay, how would I get started? Okay, but I do music and speak and all the videography and things. So just wondering, how can I start this process, or what to do? Thank you, Random.
Okay, so he wants to start a production company, and it's going to incorporate all of these wonderful things.
What happened to the coaching? You don't want to do the coaching anymore? Where are we at the coaching? Last time you came on, you celebrated. You just got your first coaching client. Nice job, Drew. Drew's doesn't need a warm-up game. I mean, apart from that one flub, that was a big deal, actually. But besides that, he's done it.
This is the.
I hear myself in my
I am
ear.
excited. Tomorrow's our next session, and
Tomorrow's the next session.
9-step ultimate coaching process. Now, I've never talked about this.
Yeah, I'm excited, dude. Zan, did you hear that we're gonna do 2 sessions on it?
Oh snap!
I'll be okay.
Okay.
You're
Don't
not
need a-
okay. What's Zan doing? Zan, where are we at?
I
Watch out,
think
Moomoo's here.
I
Moomoo's
think
here.
he's listening.
Is he listening? I don't know what Zan's doing. Zan, what are we doing? Is he on the phone again?
I don't know. He might be.
I don't know what Zan's doing.
Zan should type in the chat so I can read.
I don't know what's going on. He's coming back. I think he's coming back.
All right, cool. So I want to be informed so I can speak better. So okay, so we're gonna have 4 sessions tomorrow, and then we're gonna have 5 sessions the following week.
What?
I mean, now the 4 steps of coaching, and then the other 5 the following week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's the process. Yeah, it's gonna be.
So it's gonna be a little bit more in depth. This is
Yeah,
good.
I was going to look at it honestly. So I'm making a content today. I'm looking through it and like, oh, I could ram through everything, and basically have no time for Q&A and no breakout groups. And that was my first idea. You know what? Special episode, guys. This is just content heavy. No Q&A, no breakouts. Just here it is. But I thought it'd be. I think the questions are good. And breakout is always good too. So we're gonna allow it to breathe a little more. It's super important. It's a really important topic.
You thought to learn from my mistake, right?
For what? From the readers group?
Yeah, you said well, if you give them too much, they'll be overwhelmed. So break it up.
I mean, I don't mind. I just don't think it's gonna be as conducive to learning. Like I think being able to. I think it's just too much. It's too much. If it was 6 points or something, maybe.
Which technically wasn't my I should correct myself. That wasn't my mistake because I went with what adults told me they wanted, so that's different. But in retrospect, they couldn't handle it. So
Yeah. Anyway, it'll be a fun one. It'll be a fun. This is our first.
no, it's good. I think it's smart to break it up because again, people get to absorb it. They got 2 weeks to listen back to it and apply what they can apply from it, and then knowing that's going to be a part 2. Hopefully, those first 4 major steps they can implement, maybe at least 2 or 3 of them, and then they'll be ready for, the next 5 steps.
Oh no. Yeah. Exactly.
I think it's smart to, and also people could discuss it during the breakout sessions, and then if they need more clarity, they can ask you questions based on those 4 steps. Because they can't ask you about the 5 because they don't even know what they are yet.
Yeah, I think to let it sink in to actually have the result that we're looking for, and then at the next session we can tap back into it and refresh.
Did you realize that you got the Senna?
Yeah, I killed her. I got it.
Okay.
The poison. It was a poison tick.
Yeah.
I was more worried about you not dying there. It was close. That was close. I had my finger ready on the heal button.
Evan remembers this name better than I do, but he says hi boys, or maybe she's saying hi boys. I don't know.
Huh?
Macop, Corny.
Makar. It's Makar.
Makar, yes. Hey, Makar.
Dang, we got to remember Makar. It says P, but it's.
I know.
Makar.
It's a M-A-K-A-P.
Well, it's not actually P. It's just the Russian alphabet, so it looks like a P, but it's not a P.
It's a P.
No, it's not a P.
It's a P that's not a P.
Yeah, it's the
Russian.
K-O,
and then the other one in the third letter, core. I guess a R-O-N-E-H.
But it's like boxy though.
It's a Russian alphabet. It's different.
Yeah.
It's like the anyway.
Listen,
Makar, welcome back.
Hold on. If you look at the P for Makar and then you look at Deepak, those P's are the same. Those letters are the same.
Makar, if you want to explain to him, you can explain, but
Zane,
he wants to be called Makar. So
okay, we call him Makar, but that P and the next name Deepak, exact same letter.
Well, in Roman characters, yes, they are.
So Deepak Niji said, "I love football, but it's too late now to make it my profession. How to find my second passion?"
Well, maybe it's still within football. It just means maybe you're not playing on the pitch. Right? Maybe you're coaching, maybe you're training, maybe you're mentoring, maybe you're
announcing.
Maybe you're a broadcaster, you're a YouTuber. Like there's still lots you can do inside of football, even if you're not playing anymore.
Really? You really take that word?
Did you not save it for me? I was like, oh, Drew's actually doing support things. What? Are you kidding me? Wow, Drew. Wow.
I was
Moon was here.
Yeah, and Annie. Oh my lord.
Dude, we're getting so much attention and we're not dying. It's great. I don't know who this Drew is, but I like it. This is great.
Another.
So wait, what was the question?
So Father White says coaching is still in effect, and he says, "Well, I would still do coaching, but it's not been my passion. You always say big decisions with the heart, little decisions with the head. So my head is coaching, but my heart is my creative passions. But and then hashtag believe, he says. No, that's somebody else. I'm sorry. He says, but definitely still doing my life and fitness coaching, just more of a passion project for the production company. Though still want to inspire people. And again, sometimes I can be all over the place, multi-passionate person. LOL. Sorry.
Well, no. Here, this is great. So, I mean, one, congrats on recognizing that. And listen, you got coaching. You got a coaching client for 6 months without even loving it. So, you're making progress. Don't confuse that last part was super important. Don't confuse being multi-passionate and being all over the place. You need to focus and be multi-passionate. Those are two different things. You can definitely be multi-passionate and pick something. Like if it's going to be the production company, then pick the production company and be insane with the production company. It's going to be a little harder than coaching, but it's totally doable. But you do have to focus. So is that the thing? Is the production company the thing?
Is that the heart, Fonda? Is the production company the heart? I think he said yes, but I let him say it.
I don't know. I feel like in these type of situations where it's like it's not necessarily like the same business, but it's kind of in a similar vein. I feel like there's always the opportunity of like I mean think of how I'm approaching it. So right now I'm building a bunch of clients, but I know eventually there's going to be a transition where there's going to be the Drew show, and I'm going to do my own thing.
What's
The Drew show? Look out!
Get him, Drew. Get him. Get him. Oh, you got to hit those cues, Drew. Drew, you got to hit those.
Wow.
Ooh.
There we go.
Bam,
There we
bam.
go. Woo.
Okay. Well.
What's the Drew show?
Well, I'm just like my own thing.
Oh, what is your own thing? Do we know what that is, or you're figuring that out?
Well, so I've got I am in the process of building a brand called Building the System,
And what's that?
and basically it's in process.
I don't get it. What is it?
So basically, it's kind of like turning what I do from a consulting perspective into more products and services.
YouTube stuff?
More looking at business, like systematically speaking.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like YouTube is a component of business. Like it represents kind of the content, like that's top of funnel. So
you're gonna be the Dan Sullivan.
Dan Sullivan.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Isn't that what Dan Sullivan does? Am I getting the right Dan? I sometimes mess them up.
You talking about Dan
right,
Kennedy?
No, Dan Sullivan.
Who's the who not how guy?
Yeah, Dan
That's
Sullivan.
strategic. Yeah, that's Dan. It's Dan
Strategic
Sullivan.
That's what he does. He's the systems guy. You want to be the systems guy.
I mean, those are
Drew
more.
He didn't think about it that way, but yeah, he's got a good point, Drew.
Wait, but it's not landing. So what am I missing, Drew?
In the meantime, Danny Cole says hi. Hey, Danny. And he says hashtag believe. Soft key, soft, S-O-C-E, Sophs says, wow, enjoy with the game. Okay. Oh, Deepak, he said, we read that already.
Okay.
He answered that already about finding your second passion. So it's waiting for Fonda. Here we go. Fonda said, right, so true, focus. I need to, and yes, the production company is my heart, most definitely. Rise to Strive Productions, music, speaking, YouTube, short film, and all deals within my mental health community. So it's been in me all my life, just been, like you said, not focused.
Okay, so if the production company is the end goal, then what's the path? What's the roadmap? Like, what's the thing that's going to get you the easiest time of actually
Just run.
What's the path to revenue? You've got your big dream, your big mission, right? This is what's going to happen. Awesome. What's your path to revenue? How are we going to like? What's the easiest thing to start making money from it? So you can focus in on it. Is it you speaking? Is it if it's not coaching, then what is it?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the coaching portion of it is.
Yeah, but coaching wasn't even in his list, right? When he said what I'm going to do was speaking and music and whatever, there wasn't
Yeah, it's
coaching in
down.
there.
No.
Yeah.
So what's the fastest path to start monetizing this? Because we need to get you into it full time, right? I mean, that's the biggest thing. You got to get into it full time. You're not there yet.
And speaking about Sullivan, Linda Sullivan is in the house. Hello, Linda.
Linda, welcome aboard.
Hiya, Evan. I love to see you more active on Clubhouse so you can share your wisdom. I love to moderate and co-host with you.
Thanks, Linda. I'm doing a show. So Clubhouse is not my go-to at all. Audio is not where I like to play. So I don't see a world where Clubhouse is one of my main strategies. Who knows? If it continues to go, maybe I might change my mind in a month. Or if it goes video, then maybe we're really talking. But I don't like how the content doesn't live forever, at least yet. And no business model attached to it yet, and audio only. So there's like a lot of cons for what I typically look for when I'm joining a network. That being said, we're shifting my podcast with Mark to be Clubhouse only instead of YouTube. So Fridays I'm going to be on. Don't die. Fridays I'm going to be on every week with Mark. Uh-oh.
Oh, this yeast popping off.
All right, I'm going to leave that Annie alone.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got a little stressful there in the game.
So,
Yeah, so-
I was listening to a guy talking about Clubhouse specifically, and I think he is spot on to the direction that they should go. And he said Clubhouse is not an audio social media company. Clubhouse is a VR company. And
okay.
that would be like a place where you can go and hang out with the who's who virtually. I think it's a really, really kind of interesting and intriguing concept.
I think that's just it's a brain fart. Like,
I think.
it's just too far away. VR is too far
Oh
away.
yeah. This is like a 5 year,
but who
10
cares?
year
Like,
out.
Who cares? I mean, I don't care. 5 years. Who knows what YouTube's going to be in 5 years, 10 years?
True.
We're still talking Zane 2025. We got to get that a little sooner.
Yeah.
One thing I am seeing though is, I think it actually is having a positive impact on YouTube. Sorry, maybe not positive. I think from a YouTube, like from what you do, from helping thought leaders grow, I think it's a huge opportunity because a lot of the people because Clubhouse is so fast to grow an audience compared to YouTube, a lot of the people who are just getting started on YouTube have now stopped. They're shifting to a Clubhouse first strategy. And so there was always a lack of content, of quality content on YouTube. And now anybody who's taking YouTube seriously is going to really benefit in the next couple of years from everybody, all the thought leaders going to Clubhouse.
Okay, Fonda White says, well, I was thinking of starting off with my music, selling beats or rapping and making money as a videographer. I love editing and making videos. I really love that part of it. So maybe get on Fiverr and to sell beats or making music or making videos as a videographer.
I feel like Fiverr is like a rush to the bottom.
Yeah, you don't want to be on Fiverr. What does he say is the number one path he thinks he's going to make money? Doing video editing?
Yeah, so it says getting on Fiverr to sell beats, make music, and make videos as a videographer. Yeah, I think that is a.
What else? What else you got? I don't like any of those. Huh?
Okay, well, what else
Do
you
you
got,
like any of those?
Fonda White? So Linda says, yeah, I completely understand. We now have the ability to record and upload podcasts, etc. And speaking of Sullivan, I am in no way related to Dan. I'm just a
Oh wait,
Melbourne
okay,
girl.
right. So how, Drew? What happened? Why did we never got into why that didn't land with
Well,
you? You want to be the
like,
operations guy, systems and operations for
yeah,
entrepreneurs.
but I feel like Dan is more about like thought frameworks rather than like like I'm in the weeds of things, not at the high level, if that makes sense.
So you're gonna be the Dan Sullivan for COOs.
I would say my target audience, that brand's target audience, is more so people like starting out.
Starting out, no,
No?
nope. People starting out don't care about all that stuff. They hate that stuff. It's like, I mean, you're good
Well,
at it, and they need it, but it's like, one, they don't have money. Startups have no cash, and what they care about is marketing. They don't care about systems and things breaking, and I mean, they deal with it when they need to. It's like lawyers. Nobody wants to deal with a lawyer at the beginning. The experienced entrepreneurs understand the value of a good lawyer, but a startup entrepreneur is just like, how do I pay as little as possible and do as few legal agreements as possible? Because I hate this stuff. I want to be selling. They just don't appreciate what you've got. You got to go where you're appreciated, Drew.
It's fair.
I mean, Gerber, I guess, might be the closest then, but it's kind of operations.
Gerber?
Michael Gerber, E-Myth,
Oh.
on the business, not in the business.
Yeah.
Are you taking my cannon minion for what? What was that, Drew?
No, I was trying to kill the
Oh my gosh.
the dude.
Unbelievable.
So McCall wants to know. He says, no understanding what I want to do, who I am, and what is going on in general. That's what McCall said.
What? Was that a question?
It's like his thought process is broken up here.
Okay.
So McCall, you need to explain yourself much better.
Well,
so
no,
that we
it could be a language thing too. I mean, just say it in different.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, can you say it in a different way, McCall, so he can answer your question?
Yeah. Say it again with different words, and we'll do our best to help there.
The freaking Annie.
Drew is just getting. Oh, Drew is getting picked on. Drew.
This Annie has been like on me.
I mean,
that's hey, McCall. I know. And you were saying to me, Zan, could you read mine 2 messages, please? They are a bit higher. That's the only one I see. You have to retype it in. That's the only one I see. So retype that in, and because all I see for you, McCall, it says "Hi boys," and then the one I just read. I don't see anything else.
Well, we're getting the name right, though. We're getting the name right. Let's go.
So you have to retype it in, please. So Gil Axelrod is here. Hey, Gil. He says, yeah, I might look into making music videos. I don't like the idea of not selling. Okay, hold on. What? Hold on. Is this not the same? Okay. Let me just read it first because it sounds like, it says Gil Axelrod, but it sounds like it's Fonda. But okay, he says, yeah, I might look into making music videos. I don't like the idea of not selling beats. I want to make money on my work forever. And like that, when I realized YouTube or Spotify, I get paid per view. And then he said, okay, now this, I don't get, what is Gil? There was nothing previous from Gil Axelrod. Okay. All right. So because he's talking about music and beats, I'm thinking that's Fonda. But no, his Fonda, he says, okay, I'm not sure, maybe I can come up with some more ideas. LOL, he says, as far as how I can use my passion and purpose and serve people with it all.
Yeah.
And he said, actually, true, I feel that. Okay.
So you need to be thinking the opposite of Fiverr. Like Fiverr is the race to the bottom. How do I, start off making minimum wage and hopefully get some clients and build a reputation, maybe build up. I want you to think about what's a skill you have that you can sell for a lot of money.
Okay.
Drew, I'm going to go with great shot calling, leadership strategy. I mean, Drew did mess up a little bit, but that laning phase was pretty epic. I'm a fan. Let's go, Drew.
So Mathan.
He doesn't usually get. Drew does not usually get leadership strategy sessions or shout outs, so that's good. Honors. Oh, he's the most honored on the team too.
Oh,
Look
snap.
at Drew. Wow, Drew. All right, round 2. Let's go.
So Mathan Meta says, my question is how to increase your risk appetite.
I was thinking about this morning when I woke up about risk, and I was trying to. What Drew wants to say something?
Well, I was looking at Lux skins and I don't see anything that is.
Oh, nothing lines up with Teemo.
Believe
I don't know. Does Teemo have a pajama skin?
Nope.
Spell Thief, Sorcerer, Steel Legend, Star Guardian, Elemental, Battle Arcadia. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that really lines up.
Yeah, no, that's too bad. All right, we'll have to wait for him.
Bummer.
And I think this is a relationship question. Renee,
Whoa,
Garcia-
back to the risks.
Yeah,
I
we
interrupted.
didn't answer the
back
risk
to the risk.
question. So
Yeah, back to the risk. Yeah.
So,
we didn't answer that.
I was thinking about this morning because there's some things that I'm hyper risky on that I don't see it as risk, and other things that I'm super conservative on. I was trying to dissect why.
So what was the thing that you were risky on?
What's the thing that I'm risky on?
That you don't perceive as risky, but other people think it's risky.
I mean, just starting things. I'll just start. Whatever. Start.
Okay.
Just start it.
And then the contrast to that.
Look at how I play League of Legends, right? I mean, it's scale, it's safe. I didn't die that game. Oh no, Teemo top. I got a Teemo. I apologize. Sorry, Teemo OTP. The patience of I like to play forever, right? I mean, I love the long games because it wins. I love YouTube. Why YouTube over Clubhouse? Like Clubhouse is the quick win, and YouTube is the long-term empire. I always work for the long term, as much as possible. But the easy answer is when there's other people involved, I'm a lot safer. If it was something with Nina or my family or somebody, it'd be a lot less risky. If it was just me, it's a lot easier. My time, I'm a lot riskier with. My money, I'm not. So, I haven't fully broken it down. So but I was thinking about it this morning. Those are two easy ones, I guess: time versus money, and then myself versus other people. But if you wanna make a mindset shift, the answer is to be around the people who are doing it. You want to increase your risk appetite? Start watching Elon Musk videos every day. It'll just increase your risk. You'll start to think like him. You won't see it as risky anymore. You'll see the thing that you thought was risky is nothing compared to what he's working on and how he sees the world. So I still got more thinking to do on that one from my end, but the money one just came up today, so that was good. I was thinking other people versus myself already this morning, but then I'll invest my time against something easily to test it, but not money.
I don't know. I feel like for me it more has to do with understanding rather than like you are comfortable like putting in the time to figure it out and move forward, and you have that understanding that you know that if you put in the time you'll figure it out and it'll either work out or not. Whereas if you want to, in the case of money, at that point you're investing into something that you may not fully understand up front.
Another one is when my heart's not into it, I am out fast. Fast. And that is seen as risky. Like when I moved my website used to be my whole business. We had, 100,000 plus pages of content, making ad money like crazy. And I lost my interest for it. And I started doing YouTube similar at the same time. And look at my YouTube channel. I mean, you see how long it took me to actually start turning it into something. I posted last night, again, my numbers, like 7 years before it turns into 6-figure subscribers. But YouTube was in a different place at that time, correct? Yeah, but I shut down my whole business. I shut down my whole business. I turned off the website, turned away the 5,000 people who were writing for it, and said, I'm doing YouTube now. And it didn't seem like a risk at all. I don't know. I guess like in hindsight, that's a pretty risky thing because there was no basis for it. Like there's no logical, well, look, it's making you this much money. And if you spend full time, then you'll make this much money and you'll be fine.
Or could you have hired a manager to run that business and keep employees over there and then start YouTube over here on the side?
Yes, but no. That's not my style. If I'm not in, I'm out. No interest.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's where I guess I go all in on what my heart's telling me to do. Which I guess can seem risky, but it doesn't feel risky.
But you still seem to win at everything that you do.
Well, because I keep at it. People just quit too soon. What does focus? Focus stands for, right? Follow one course until successful.
One Carmichael.
But I just didn't quit. Like, even flashback to Monday, we were talking about, well, the coaching videos aren't working for me. Like, how many coaching videos have you done? How many IG coaching sessions have you done where it's real coaching? Right? I don't know, 8, 10, 2. I don't know how many you've done. I did 350 videos on YouTube before I wasn't completely embarrassed. Like, and another one, and another one, and another one. Like, it works because I stay at it. That's all.
Right, but you wasn't counting. But you didn't need you didn't need to generate income from YouTube. If that was your only income source, you probably would have made other decisions.
Sure, I would have done something and kept at it on the side.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, so Renee Garcia says, in my case, my own family doesn't support me. I'm already separated with the mother of my daughter. See, this is connected to something else, right, Renee? Because let me just refresh my page because I don't know why I'm not getting the conversation beforehand. I mean, I'm just because it seems like it's a continuation from something else.
I don't know. Could be.
And I don't see anything. I don't see Renee's name at all on the chat until he just said that. The first thing I see on the chat is Drew said, yo, yo, yo. And then you say, are we ready? I don't see anything from Renee on the chat until that part right there.
Well, whatever. Let's go from there. So your family doesn't support you, and you're already separated from the mother of your
daughter.
Okay. So what do you want? Like, what's the relationship that you want with the people around you? If you're already separated, are you trying to get back together? Is it even the way you said it doesn't feel like you want to get back together, but you still want to have a relationship with your daughter? Are there other people? Is it your parents or your brother or sister or other kids? Or like, what's the relationship that you want to have with the people around you? And go person by person, even as a mental checklist. You know, the relationship with your ex, right? Do you want it to just be friendly? You're not going to call each other every night and talk about your lives, but not be yelling at each other all the time. The relationship with your daughter, what do you want that to look like? Relationship with your parents or whoever else, what do you want that to look? It's possible. It's all possible. It just comes down to communication. They love you and they want to see you win. They have different versions of it. You have to learn to communicate that to each person, and it's going to be slightly different based off who you're talking to, right? I mean, your ex, whatever the issues were, what is she concerned about? She's concerned that you're not going to be there for the daughter, that you're not going to be a good father, that you're not going to be reliable, that you're not going to be there when she needs you to be there, right? So, how do you demonstrate and show that you will? What is the life? Like, even here, even in the preemptive planning. Because if she just sees you, and I'm making a couple assumptions because we don't have a ton to go off because I don't know if you wrote before, we missed the chat or whatever, but let's assume that she sees you as somebody who's unreliable, wasn't there when she needed you, Even the preemptive planning of, okay, we're going to separate. I still want to have a great. You bring it up. I still want to have a great relationship with our daughter, and I still want to make sure that we're not at each other's throats all the time. Let's create a plan and a schedule. Even that, like, you may not have ever done that, or she may not see you as the person who does that, who cares first. Like, if she sees herself as a person who always have to take the first move, and now you are the one taking the first step to try to heal the relationship, that's the starting point to changing the identity, so that they don't judge you and criticize you as much. Right? So it comes from you thinking, what are the relationships, instead of just being reactive to everybody else, they don't support me, they're not here, they're against me, whatever. Instead of being reactive, you're being proactive to think about, this is the kind of relationship I want to have with these specific people. And then creating a plan and building towards it. It makes a huge, huge, huge difference.
All right, so the next few entries are from Fonda White. He's going to explain himself in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs. So let's go. Okay, cool. I would get on that brainstorm some ideas for next time on the live, but definitely would be there for the group session Thursday. Thank you guys. Who knows? Might just go back to the drawing board with coaching. LOL. It was just a thought on the production company. That's all. My skills are definitely writing and communication. I love to write, probably my number one passion with all that I do with making videos, writing out my scripts and writing music and speeches. So yeah, that's how I feel, Evan, with coaching. My heart's really just not in it, but being creative with writing or things that I'm into, that I'm in it to win it. You know, sometimes people tell me things and I try it out, but it does not really resonate in my heart. But writing, I will always do. Though now, how to make money in that, not sure.
So that's what we got to figure out, is like, how can you apply your writing skills that people will pay you for? So apply writing plus what? Writing plus, right? Like, there's a guy who wrote to me yesterday and today, who wants to. He's like, I'm a professional copywriter and I've worked with a whole bunch of people. Okay, great. I want to make an email for you. Okay, great. Let's see the email. What's the email that you can write? And that's what he's working on next, is making an email. So he's making a free email for him or for me, that, you know, promoting whatever, movement makers or something. Uh-oh, am I gonna die? I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. Nice. All right. And we'll see. Listen, if he's a kick-ass copywriter for what I need, you can write every newsletter, every landing page. You can have a full-time job if you want.
But Gil Axwell said, "Fine, you have to look at the copywriting." So he's right on the same path as you on that.
Right, but where are you going to apply it in a way that brings value to people? It's that combination of what you're good at with where the market is. So how can you apply it as a marketable skill? Where?
Okay, Makar, this is not true. He says, Zan, looks like you passed my questions on purpose. Makar, I don't see your questions. I really don't. You show me your questions. I would love to read your question. You're a nice guy. The only time I don't read someone's question is when they're being, really, really rude. I try to warn them. But
don't piss Zan off.
No. I let people know. I let them, don't be rude.
Makar,
that hasn't happened in a long time. Makar, I do not see your question at all.
Listen, Makar. Hold on. Zan is a lot of things, and Zan makes lots of mistakes. But he is not a liar, and he does not purposely try to, avoid things. So he's got a heart of gold and wants to serve, just like me and Drew. So if he says he doesn't see it and it's not there, it's not. There might be a technical glitch. There might be some problem there, but he's not trying to ignore you.
Yeah, I don't see it at all, dude. I really don't.
So put it in again. And let's do our best to help you.
Yeah, I read everything you put on here, Makar. I see the big old orange circle. I go to every orange circle and look for it. I don't see it. So, Anyways, okay. Let's see. Renee Garcia. I guess gonna add more context. Um, I want to follow my dreams, but my family goes a different path than the one I want to go after.
That is this the same person?
Yeah, that's the one that was about the support earlier and all that, and the daughter.
Right. Okay. So did you hear my answer? I mean, you need to figure out what's the relationship that you want to have with each person. What's the most difficult one? Is it your ex or is it your daughter?
Okay, you got to answer that one,
And let's break it down.
Renee. So Debbie came in. Hello, Debbie Rose. She's got a lonely face. Oh, and she says, my husband committed suicide, and me and my small 3 sons found him.
That's
I
crazy.
buried myself in the sand. Then she says, I found love, remarried, and then died of rare cancer.
What? Your new husband died of a rare
Yeah,
cancer?
that's not close. Yeah, I found love, remarried, died of rare cancer. And then she says a little bit later, lonely.
Is that it?
That's it.
Was there a question? No? Okay. Like what to do
Yeah.
next?
Yeah. She just said yes, the new one. So I think you said something about her husband, or said yes, the new one.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. I've we've lost loved ones, but I haven't lost, my spouse, once, let alone twice. And if you need time to get back up and just deal, that's normal. Grief is normal. After that, what do you want to do? What's your calling? What's your passion? I mean, I had somebody come to my Thought Leadership Academy in Toronto, the last one that I did, and she lost her husband recently, and he was her greatest cheerleader and her greatest support. And before before she did anything, they would pray together, and he would always cheer her on and always be there for her. And then she was, he was gone. And remind him that, hey, he's not physically with you, but he's still with you whenever you want. And one of the things that really helped her was creating a.
Gotta pay attention, dude.
You guys gotta stop taking crappy fights. What are you talking about? Pay attention. Holy cow! Look at that. Look at though. You think I'm making a difference in that fight? Gotta pay
Yeah,
attention.
you would have.
I would have died. Is what would have happened.
Oh gosh.
Unbelievable. That's true. Pay attention. This guy.
Go ahead, continue. Because she got a couple more things. Well, she got a couple more comments, but go ahead.
Yeah, and so the thing that helped her was she's always, she put a picture of him in her room, and before she's going to work, she does a little prayer with him, even though he's not there physically, and it's helped. It's moving on. Like, what would they want you to do, and what's the message? Think about the message to your kids. What's the message to your kids going to be? Your kids are much more likely to look at what you're doing versus what you're saying.
That's true.
So seeing how you bounce back, right? Like my sister-in-law passed away last year, 40 years old, 3 kids, from a super rare cancer too. And that took its toll on the kids, on the family. Like, we're still not through it. I mean, that's rough. And if you need time to grieve, you do it, and then what? Like, at some point you get back up and you keep living the life that you want to live. Being around supportive people who understand you and who are there to help you is super important. And if you have nobody like that in your life, hey, come on back here anytime. You got me, Zan, and Drew. We're cheering you on and sending you lots of love.
How's your nephew doing?
They're doing. I mean, they're still adjusting to life without their mom. I don't talk too much about other people's stories when it's my family because it's their
Right.
their privacy and stuff. But there's challenges. They're getting there. I mean, about me, whatever. You want to know something about me? Let's go. But
Correct.
you know, they didn't sign up for kind of being the public guy, but we're getting there.
Well, found the white sent some love, which is good. We all are sorry for your loss, Debbie. All of us are. And then Debbie says, my best friend said I am a black widow, two loves. She says, I want to know how to, she says.
Hold on. What? Her best friend said what?
Okay.
She's a black widow?
Yeah, her best friend said that she is a black widow because she lost two loves.
Debbie, your best friend sucks.
Yeah.
Like, even if that's a joke, that's not a good joke.
You shouldn't joke about that.
That's like the worst thing to say. And she may not know what to say, and maybe that's her kind of defense mechanism, but you need to let her know how that makes you feel. And if that's an ongoing thing, then like she sucks. Then you need to find new friends. If that's just a weird one-off, you need to tell her what you need, and that even if she thinks it's funny, that's not funny to you, because it's not. That's a terrible thing to say to somebody.
Yeah. She says, I want to know how to find a date. And she said, thank you, dear angels. And it was 8 years ago for the last. She's like, I love you guys. Oh my goodness. She slept with my first husband and she told me at the funeral. So
Yeah.
this is your best friend that told you at the funeral that she slept with your first husband?
This is not a good friend. We need to now start to raise our standards for the people we allow into our lives.
Wow. Even Fonda White says, oh my God, that's not a friend at all.
Yeah.
Donna B. Eddie. Okay. I love your book. Well, she said she loves your book.
Hey, glad it helped.
Okay. I'm still waiting for McCarr to come back on here. Anyways, Fonda White says,
Uh-oh.
right. Okay, makes sense. I would definitely look into copywriting or maybe write a book, but definitely will think of it. And then he also says,
But are you great at writing copy to convert to sales? Like, how do you mix what you're great at? That's the thing to figure out.
he also want to know, can you make money from blogs? You don't know much about that in that area.
No,
You
no.
can make money from anything. It's just whether or not
Vlogs are in a brutal
you
spot.
enjoy it or you're good at it. Those two things.
Are people still making money from? Well, I guess they are still making money from blogs.
Blogs are in a really rough spot.
It used to be a thing back in the day,
Yeah, that was my whole business, dude.
and just things change. Okay.
You need to look at somebody who has money, who sucks at the thing that you're great at. Right? Like, look at what Drew's doing now. Even compared to what Drew wants to do. Like, I want to service startup entrepreneurs. Great. They don't value what you do, and they don't have a budget either. It's doable, but it's a really rough way to make money. Where right now what he's doing is working with people who have money, and Drew's great at what he does, and they badly need his help.
Mathen Merchant says, how can one enhance leadership qualities?
Care more about the people on your team. What can you do to care about them as humans outside of business? Like, outside of, hey, are they doing a good job? Do they have the right training? Like, care about them and their story and their history and the skills they want to learn and where they want to go and all of that stuff. Most people suck at that, and it's hard because you're hiring somebody to take the pressure off your plate, right? You don't want to have to then do more work. You don't have to train people and then listen to all their problems, but that's the game. Otherwise you don't scale. If you can't build a team, can't manage them, you never scale the business.
There's a Jax down here, by the way.
I
In
know.
case you-
I've dropped extra shrooms down there. It's fine. Team Fizz is pushing mid. Like, look at our mid. It's crazy. It's great. Let them stay here.
And Renee back on here again. He said, okay, so this is, I guess, in reference to your last answer about his daughter and everything. He says, my daughter doesn't want to do anything with me.
Okay. So recognize that that's a moment in time. Like, she doesn't want anything to do with you now. That's for now. So what's the relationship that you want to have with her, and then how can you get there?
What?
Drew, what
How
are
did
you doing?
how
Drew?
did I die?
Oh my God! What is this team doing?
Yeah, so Founder White said, I guess he says, I will think of something, LOL, and let you guys know best time. LOL, thank you. Says next time, maybe they say here looking to build to serve again, reread it and figure it out. Okay. Well, thanks for being here, Fonda. So, and then Meha says, I'm really not an assertive guy. I'm kind of a pushover guy.
Okay. So
And
right and so you want to change that? Like, the way to change it is think about where are you not being assertive enough. Like, pick the thing in life where you need assertiveness the most. And then what's the action you need to take to be proud of yourself for that thing? Instead of making it a general, like, in general, I'm not a... In making a general claim like that doesn't help you. It just kind of reinforces where you're at. Oh, I'm just a pushover. Okay? But where's one way that you can prove to yourself that you can start to make a change and do the courageous thing? It's possible. But pick one thing and be specific. And we can workshop it if you want right here. Like, tell us, where are you too much of a pushover and you want to change?
He says, so it's difficult for me to be a leader.
why? Is that just a general statement?
Roger kill. Holy cow,
Oh,
we're doing
snap.
it. This game is happening. There's a lot of versions of leadership. I think the most important thing, if you want people to follow you, they have to respect you. So if they're only respecting you for your assertiveness, that's a kind of leader. Like, I would much rather somebody follow me and respect me for my heart than for my assertiveness. Personally. You get to build. If you're at the top, you get to build and be around the people who you want to build a team around, right? Who do you want to have on your team? Doesn't mean that you stop improving and getting better and working on yourself. Great. But I would not just by default say, well, I'm not assertive, so I'll never be a good leader, and that's that.
You say you really want to change that about I really want to change that about me.
Great. Well, let's do it. I'm giving you the path. What's one thing that you need to be more assertive in? Something specific, not just a generality. Pick something. How are you doing, Zane? I've been actually thinking about you a lot.
Uh-oh. What was it? What do you mean? What do you think? What were you thinking, Evan?
No. Since I haven't seen you in 2 days, and after Monday session was a little rough. So I'm
to say the least. Okay.
No, I'd be like, how does it land? Where are you at? What are you thinking about? No judgment, just asking. I've been thinking about you more than I should. Like, I'm going to bed thinking about Zandaman and how he's doing. I'm serious.
Well, um, so hey, something over video. He's in the house. I actually did an IG live with him Monday.
I saw
Something,
parts of it.
something a video.
Yeah, I saw parts of it.
So how do I teach myself to become the digital marketer from home?
Okay, but what? Don't. How we
Oh,
doing?
gosh,
Why is this a hard question?
because I have to be. I have to.
You have to actually tell the truth.
Well, I don't have a problem telling the truth. Drew.
Let,
No,
let me let me rephrase that.
yeah, I don't. I don't. I don't understand,
You're
but I'm
more
not that
worried
kind.
what he will think.
Well, but I'm not that kind of guy.
Okay,
I wouldn't
that's,
tell
that's
people the
fine. That's
truth.
fine. Whatever. How you feeling?
I,
What's going
I
on?
don't do that. What I try to do is consider other people's feelings
Okay.
and making sure I'm saying the right words so it won't be misconstrued or misunderstood. But telling the truth, no.
Okay, so how we back to the original question? How we feeling? How we feeling, Zay?
Um,
Where are we at?
it's a mixture of feelings, but then if I say them, then it's like, okay, you got to explain them and talk them out, and I don't know if that's necessary.
Then we
know?
won't. Then
Why?
don't worry about that yet. Just where are we at?
Okay, there is a mixture. How about that? There's a mixture of pain.
Pain.
There's a mixture of disappointment. There's a mixture of frustration,
In what?
and
In yourself or in me or what?
just all of it in general. See, I know I have to explain all this. And there's a mixture of
You're being intentionally vague so that you don't have to go deeper. But by being vague, we're now curious and want you to go deeper. So
and there's a mixture of I'm trying to think of the right word. I don't want to say missed opportunities. That's not the right word, but it's something in that area. I can't really formulate the right words for it right now. But you know, at the end of the day, it's the best, right?
Well, that what? That you should be doing more or what? Like missed opportunity for what? I'm just trying to understand. I'm not. This isn't even coaching. I'm just trying to understand. I'm not here to give you advice. I'm just listening. I just want to understand.
um, I just, you know, just a mix, just a mix.
he's just trying to help, dude.
I know you guys
No,
are
he
always
knows.
trying to help, and I appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah.
So I know you've never have not tried it.
Yeah. Listen.
So
this
maybe
is
I
going. This is not going to turn into a yell at Zen fest.
that's what it's better just to be quiet.
We've had some of those. No, I'm just genuinely. I care about you. I've been thinking about you a lot
I know you
over the past 2 days.
You guys are wonderful. Well,
I just want to know how.
so when I say it's a mixture on both sides. It's a mixture of maybe some of the things you guys say, but you don't mean for it to come out that way or intend for it, but it lands on me differently. And then maybe it's my misinterpretation of it. So
Okay.
then
So
hold on, wait. Then I might have said something and I thought that's what the point I was making, but it got misinterpreted. And then so then the response is different. And then anyways, look, at the end of the day, I have to deal with it. I have to fix it. I'm an adult, I'm a grown man, and I need to fix it. Period. I'm responsible.
things
hold
are
on, hold on.
so.
I'm still not trying to solve anything here, right? It's not like
I don't
just
think he's
curious.
gonna give us details, dude.
No. He can do it.
No, I don't think he wants to give us details.
Well, we'll still. I
I just
want
know
to
that
know.
I just know the things you guys say are right, and what I'm saying is not correct. And then that means I need to fix certain things. I need to make certain things work. And at the end of the day, as an adult, I am responsible and accountable for everything that happens in my life, with how I feel, what I think, the whole 9 yards, and I need to do something about that. Period. So, and I know you guys always, from day one, you guys always want me to win. You always support me. You're always there for me. I mean, so, and I really deeply, deeply appreciate that. So,
So let me I'll share then. I'll share what some of the things that went through my head over the past 2 days. Because yeah, everything you say is yes. Yes, we want you to win. Yes, all of it. Before I got to a conclusion or like a next step, it was okay. It's very obvious to me that here's what Zen needs to do, right? And Drew too, sending, adding his input on the things, but ignoring a lot of the things that that you would say, right? Like, hey, you can't wear my skin this time, and I'm not understanding, or you're not explaining. Like in my head, it's all perfectly clear. There is no misunderstanding. This is exactly what you need.
okay.
But it's not. I'm not. That's not what this is. It's not about proving you right or me wrong or right or whatever. Right. That's not what this session is. Because all I'm trying to do is always find different ways. Okay, like it's the long game. I got the patience. It's the long game. I know we got to get. I want Zane to win. Let's get him there. So this was about, okay, well, how did that was a rough session. How does that land? And the thing that actually, here's what I came away with after all of my like going back and forth with myself on it. The biggest thing from all of it was the willingness or lack of to ask for the right help.
On my part.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like what you really needed to do is like, hey, if I'm coaching you, if I'm mentoring you, if somebody, even take us out of the equation, if somebody is supposed to be somebody's coach or mentor,
Right.
you need to tell them when you got a problem. Like, how are they going to help you if they don't know the problem?
Right.
So your challenge has been, are you picking the right strategy? No. Right? I mean, that's what we were fighting over. Like, no, it's the wrong strategy. Like, you're just doing the wrong thing. But the problem is we're solving different problems.
Right.
So the biggest thing of all of it, yes, listen more. Yes, do the work. Yes, like all the things that we'll typically yell at you for. But the biggest thing, the biggest miss in all of it was that you just didn't ask for the right kind of help to say, hey, I need to find the fastest way to turn what I love doing into making money.
Right.
Because I'm not going to go back and do DJing. And I don't want to get.
And I'm done with that. That's I made it. Listen, that was a bittersweet decision because that was part of my identity for many years, and I was extremely good at it and very profitable for me. And I was able to do things I never dreamt of doing, like being friends with certain celebrities and traveling around the world, the whole 9 yards. I never even imagined those things were possible, but now I've got to shed all that and be this new guy.
Yeah.
Over here in really starting from scratch.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about that as the problem.
Right, but that's something for me to that's something for someone who's been immensely successful over here to figure out, because some of those skills are definitely transferable. Some of those mindsets are definitely transferable. Some of those principles are transferable. But again, it's like, okay, these both are sports, but you're going from playing football to playing baseball. Different rules, it's just different. Like when Michael Jordan went from basketball to baseball, he sucked in baseball, but he was great in basketball.
So the big shift needs to be asking for the right help when you need it.
Yeah, I think you got a good point there, and that's just. But there's the other part of it, like, look, you don't want to bother people. People they're busy.
But what are we doing? We're fighting over things that don't matter because.
But you want to help people, not I don't mind getting some help, but I always want to give more.
Yes,
And I think what you and Drew has done in my life, you guys have given me tremendous value. Me and Drew had this conversation. I feel extremely terrible that Drew gives me so much value and I can't give him monetary value in exchange for that.
Sure.
That eats me up every single week.
I believe it.
You know, because it's like this guy deserves it. Drew don't just help me out tech wise, but he helps me with my confidence or my belief.
That's what you need to bring up. No, but like that's the whole point. That's what you need to bring up because you've asked lots of questions here on the stream to me. But it's like, how did you know that coaching session that you did with that guy yesterday? How did you know to ask this question or whatever? Like those are the questions that you're typically asking. Not, dude, I got to be honest. I feel terrible that I haven't paid Drew yet, and I really need to figure out how to make this thing go.
Yeah, and that's just, I think that's part of, the adult in me and the response. I'm not used to I'm used to always paying my way, not just paying my way, but helping other people, even from family members to whoever. I'm like, they have a hard time, I send them money. I can't, right now, I can't send, my sister was, that's too much. Well, I just say this small part, not going to, my sister over the weekend almost died. She got rushed to the hospital.
Jesus.
And that broke me up. Her daughter called me in tears, and that whole weekend I had to console the family, and I could not send.
Yeah.
Well, hold up.
No, it's okay, dude. Extra love for Zan, man.
So how's it going?
Hey, we're doing what matters. We're doing what matters, dude.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to the stream. It's getting real here. It's getting real. It's a lot of love for Xander, man. How's Drew doing? 3, 6, and 11. All right, not too bad.
Just okay.
I'm playing too safe. I mean, I don't have a death, but.
I mean, you've basically just been lane, more or less.
Dude, I got 9 out of 31. We're lane. Come on. We're doing stuff.
Oh yeah, no,
not enough.
Not discounting that. I was simply just stating that I don't think I've seen you out of lane.
Let me try to look at the chat while Drew is away. While Zane is away.
Can you please suggest some books?
Can I please suggest some books? Well, Built to Serve is a great book. I'm a big fan. I think you should be a fan of your own work. I also think that's a really personal question. It's like, can you please suggest some songs?
Yeah.
Like, what are you struggling with right now? What do you need help with?
Oh, So on Tuesday, I've got a call with a bunch of guys, and one of the guys is a professional speaker, and he has been struggling with finishing things, and he had a list of 10 books that he was currently going through, and I asked him the question: out of those 10, there are probably a couple of reasons why you haven't finished that book, and my question to him was, out of all of those books, which one actually apply to the things that you're currently working towards?
Right.
And he looked at the list and he's like, huh, that's interesting. I haven't asked that question before. And he looked down the list and he's like, yeah, I think this is really the only one that applies. And it's like, oh, okay. Guess we made that easy.
He's the next Dan Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
He says, I need help with finding peace. Built to Serve. Pick up Built to Serve, and then come back, and we'll talk about it.
Got her.
Uh-oh. Oh. Too bad.
It was close.
Evan, what's a regret you still regret? No resolution? A regret I still regret. Man, I don't know. I really don't think that way. I don't know. I don't live like that in the present.
Yeah, I
Welcome
feel
back,
like
Zan.
Who's in is in the house.
Oh snap! Get the shaft music going.
I've got a. So, all right.
We
So,
answered a
Debbie
couple
Rose
questions.
says, Evan, what is a regret you still regret? No resolution.
Yeah, we just talked about that. We were answering. We were doing the questions while you were gone. Drew stepped in. I stepped up. We were doing it. It's not the same without you, but we were trying our best. Okay, but where do you want to take that, Sam? You don't have to tell about your sister. And listen, we hear obviously his emotion, all that. It's fine. You don't have to dive into it, but that whole idea of just asking for the right help.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think that's the big. We can disagree on strategy, like what the next step should be, but let's make sure we're solving the right problem.
Yeah. But I can't continue to waste Drew's time, you know? If I'm not getting if I'm not getting XYZ done in a timely manner because some other outside issues pop up that interrupts my time and energy,
Yeah.
then I have to be respectful, you know?
But this is the ultimate respect. And first off, like, listen, that stuff happens, and nobody's gonna fault you for, spending.
Yeah, but he
time.
doesn't. I don't tell him stuff like he doesn't know.
Yeah, but that's a problem, dude. That's a problem. You
Because-
don't tell Drew.
because
You don't tell me. Like, this is why you don't have to struggle by yourself. If you said, "Hey, I feel like crap that I haven't paid Drew yet," let's focus our efforts on making that happen.
I just have to work harder. That's all.
No,
but working
Every time I work
harder is
hard-
only going to get you so far, dude.
Yeah, every time I work harder, I always find a way to make it work. I always find a way to make it work.
nobody's saying that you can't, Zane. It's more about, hey, can we?
You don't want to be you don't want to be a burden to someone else. If I'm not being a blessing, then I'm better off going over here. If I'm not helping and being of service and providing more value, I don't want to take more than what I give. And when I give, I want to make sure there's twice as much value on the other end than on my end. Now, I don't know if that's a flaw or not, but I've always been that way because most people I know, or most people, yeah, I should say I know, they take, and they don't give much back. I'm like, why are you like that? But to each his own. But for me, my joy and my happiness definitely come from knowing that I'm serving and making things better. And
So listen, even if there was a limited timeline on Drew, right? Like, hey, I need to pay Drew by April, or he's going to leave, right? Like, even
that's already happened. You told him to quit helping me.
yeah, well, that's not because you couldn't pay him. If he was paying you too, I'd tell him the same thing. Like,
Yeah, that hurt. That did hurt a lot, but that's okay. That's okay. It was the right thing to do.
well, but listen, you're still using, like, you're using Drew for the wrong thing. If you're going to use Drew to help you with your book and help you with your mini course and everything, how about we use Drew to help you get paid, right?
Well, that was the point, but it's okay.
Well, I understand that was the idea. It's a slower strategy, right? Like, if we're solving the right, can I help you? If you give me the right problem, can I help you get there faster, right? And listen,
I know, but and Drew, I apologize to you, man. I wish I would have done things quicker and faster. I apologize to you.
so Drew gets paid faster. Everything gets faster. Drew gets paid faster. You make more money faster. You can provide for your sister faster. Everything gets faster when the resources in your life are aligned. Instead of you feeling like you got to do everything yourself, not ask for feedback, pretend like everything's okay. Like, everything gets faster. If we're talking anyway, why not talk about the right things?
Yeah, well, I think you're right.
So that's all. I mean, that's the biggest takeaway, because we could disagree on strategy, and you could say a whole bunch of things, and I could say a whole bunch of things that really, at the end of the day, is like, we're not solving the right problem. because you might have told Drew some of these things, but I didn't know. And if I don't know, I can't help you.
Right. Yeah. Well, because that's part of what I was saying earlier about the pain and the frustration and all that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I can find a way to step my game up more. I can do more. I know I could do more. I know I could produce more. I get all that stuff. And I just said to myself, I think what I might really need to do, and I don't know if I hope it's the right decision, but I think what I should do is, well, I don't want to say. So
Just say it.
no.
Well, is
Listen,
it in alignment with what you've been told? The answer is probably no, given that.
Listen, this is again not the beat up on Zan conversation. So say whatever you want to say.
Nah, it's all. It's the best. That's all.
Here's what I would say. If that's the goal, it's like, hey, I need to make money as soon as possible. I'm not asking for Lamborghinis, but I need to make money as soon as possible to pay Drew, to pay my sister, to live my life, to have some fun with my wife, like whatever. Your fastest path, you've got two options. Your fastest path is the fast path to freedom. Like look at Fonda. Fonda got a coaching client. Fonda doesn't even want to do coaching, and he got a coaching client because he's DMing people. Right? That's a fast path to freedom. And or you need to step up the built to serve coaching. And you need me, because after one of the thoughts that came to my mind is like, I could help Zan. Like we could help promote Zan. We could talk about him as being the built to serve coach. I could email everybody on the list and say, hey, Zan the man, built to serve coach. But we haven't even talked about that in a while. When was the last time we talked about coaching and where we're at? Like that's your fastest path.
Yeah, I know.
Inside of coaching, that's your fastest path. Making money, go be a DJ. You can make faster cash tomorrow if you really needed to, but you don't want to do that. But inside of coaching, that's where it's like, if I don't know, I can't help you. Like we should really be fast tracking you, and you should be asking, how do I get to be the built to serve coach as soon as possible? What do I need to do? What's my training program? How do I need to get better? Tell me, coach, I'll do it. Right? That gets you there faster than writing a course or a book or anything else. So that was the first thought that came through my head. The thought immediately after was, but he's spending no effort on it. Like he's not asking, he's not talking about it. I don't hear anything about being a built to serve coach. Why am I going to now just give him this without him putting in any kind of work on it? Right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But listen, that's an easy thing to change. And then that leads to the problem, like, okay, the real problem is Zan's just not asking for help. Zan's trying to do what he knows how to do, which is get back to creating, instead of actually doing what he needs to be doing, which is asking for help.
Well, that I think you nailed it, because I always have an issue with asking for help, because I can always figure out. I've always figured out a way to be resourceful enough to get it done, to do it.
Didn't you read Who Not How?
But nobody's telling
I haven't read it, but I know the concept, the things. I mean, even an email. I mean, listen, that is the entrepreneur's curse, right?
No, nobody's judging you. No, I'm not saying that you can't do it on your own. I'm not saying you can't do it solo. I'm not saying that you can't will it into existence and make that happen, even if it's slower and more inefficient and everything else. Like you'll just stick with it long enough so that it has to happen, right? That's a given. And you can get there a lot faster and have a lot more fun doing it and learn a lot more with the right help. That's all.
Yeah, I agree with the right.
For the guy who loves coaching, right? I mean, you got to listen to your coaches, and you got to bring your coaches.
I'm not doing. Yeah, and I haven't been doing a very good. I haven't been doing a very good job with it. because you've given me so many assignments, and I'm still trying to catch up on those assignments, from the proverb assignment, the confidence assignment. I got all that stuff written down that I need to get done.
Right.
I haven't done all those. It's still play catch up. I'm still playing,
Well,
catch up.
it's just where we focus in our time, right? So again, from my perspective, in my head, over the past 2 days and thinking about it, reflecting, it's like, well, I mean, I told Zane to book guests for Monday, and we still don't have a guest booked on Monday. Like all of the assignments that we've given you, if you're not going to do them, let's talk about why, right? Let's have a conversation. If I know your goals, it's a lot easier to give you the right assignment.
Yeah.
That's at the crux of all of it. I think we fix that. It's like, hey, here's what I really need help with. Okay, let's create a plan, and then with that clarity, you'll execute the plan.
The ability is not the problem. I know that for sure.
The ability is not the problem. The heart is not the problem. The willingness to work is not the problem. The defensiveness is a problem that can be overcome. But the not asking, not presenting the right question, in the I don't know if you're worried that I'm going to judge you or what, but like even Drew knew some of the things, and I didn't, and it's not that whatever, it's not a knock. It's just, if I'm going to help you, I have to know what's going on.
Well, but also, you know what, Evan, don't you say this? And this is now this kind of go back to coaching. Listen, it's a mixture of things. One is, I'm not really big on asking for help. To be totally honest, if Drew didn't reach out to me, we never would have gotten on the call again.
I believe that.
I'm not saying, hey, Drew, I know you're good on text, so can you help me? I never would have reached out to Drew. So kudos to Drew for reaching out to me, and then those calls morphed into something else that wasn't the original intention at first. Yep. And we developed a very great, friendship, and Drew's just an absolutely amazing person. But even when you, we would say with coaching, if your coach gives you 1, 2, and 3 to do, and you haven't done 1, 2, and 3, how crazy is it to say, hey, coach, now I need this? I'm like, I need to go back and finish the things that you originally told me to do. I haven't even done those things. You even did a whole session, slide on me and movement makers. I still have to go back and do all those things too about YouTube, the whole 9 yards. So I'm still have that. That's still on my list of things I got to check off.
Okay, but
so
this is the thing.
How am I going to do and say, hey, Evan, I need this now. I need help with this now. That you haven't even done A, B, and C yet.
Then you lead with that. It's like, I know I haven't done these things. It's the conversation. That's all. I haven't done the things that you asked me to do. I know, and here's why. Because I've been struggling with X, and this is my real problem.
I just need to deal with that, overcome that, so I can complete the other things that I'm supposed to do, and then I can say, okay, those are done. Now here's what's the next assignment. Or here's what I want to push for next. I can't bring that to you now until I get those things done.
If you bring the whole picture, it's all in the presentation. If you bring it up as, hey, here's some other random thing that I want help on. It's like, well, what happened to the first thing? Like Mike, who keeps coming back every time to say, how do I find my passion? It's like, we told you, go buy the book, and then Zane will coach you. Like, what's the problem? It's a different question, but it's like, what happened to the first one? Whereas if Mike said, well, I mean, what's the excuse for not buying the book? If you came up and you said, oh, we're going to lose this. I can't believe we lose this game, Drew.
I know, right?
Wow. That's crazy. All right, we lose.
No, but it really feels on my end. It really feels really sucky to have that you guys are always trying to help me.
Yeah.
And for me not to step up and make all that happen.
Yes.
I have to step back and put some things together.
If you present it in the entire package, if you show how bad it makes you feel, and how this is how the whole thing looks together for me, and here's my real goal that I need to accomplish in the next 6 months, and I was too embarrassed or ashamed or whatever to tell you, then it puts it in perspective so you can get better advice. That's all. It's not, I would never come back to that and say, okay, go back and do what I told you before, because you're giving new information. But as long as it feels separate, it's like, well, what happened to the first thing? So it's all in the presentation. That context,
yeah, I got it. I've got to work on
honestly,
some stuff. I think it's, you know what I think? I think it's, I mean, for not where I'm at right now, I think it might be better for me to co-host the rest of this week and then just take the rest of the month off.
how come?
Just so I can get caught up and get some things together so that I won't be a disappointment. Because I'm used to success. I don't like not achieving the things I'm supposed to achieve.
The only
I've always made it happen. And even like with Drew, I mean, it's like, I can't waste his time anymore, which doesn't matter anyways, because he paid more for me anyway. So that, you know, that cancels itself out. But I just got to go get some things done, you know, and work on myself and just, you know, just take the rest of the month and get it. I mean, make things happen. That's what everything comes down to. That at the end of the day, everything comes down to getting results. That is the life I've always lived. There's no excuses. You got to get results. And I haven't gotten the results that I should have gotten by now. And that means I got to go back and I've got to do some work, you know, some internal work and get things straightened out. And I can do that.
There's no question you can't do it. Again, like that, you can do it. I think the thing to figure out is whether you want, I mean, we love having you here. You want to stay, you want to leave, leave of absence, quit completely, whatever. Up to you. I don't think that actually serves you where you need to go, but if that's what you want, awesome. If the path is, how do I get to be coaching as soon as possible with paid clients, your two easiest options are the fast path to freedom and built to serve coaching. That's your fastest path to start making money. You could start doing that quickly. If I'm now is like putting my coach mentor hat on, if I'm giving you advice that you want to think about tonight, tomorrow, and the rest of the week, next month, whatever, it's to pick one of those two things or both, and then to shift all of your energy towards making those things happen. And if that means you stop the 100 video challenge or put it on pause or stop showing up to the live stream or stop doing other things, great. But the focus to say, here are the two paths that I'm going to take and pick and then execute. And if you execute on that, then you'll start getting results. Like those are the results that will matter. You're not just sitting home playing video games and like eating Doritos and whatever. I still see that bag of Doritos next to you.
I got my Doritos right. I haven't eaten them yet. This is really crazy. I have my Doritos and I really want to eat them, but in my head, I was like, I'm supposed to eat these for Evan. So in a way, I don't even want to eat them. But now I have to find. I got to get my wife to find out the expiration date on these. But she always checks expiration date on everything. Because I had some Butterfingers, I had some stuff before, Funyun rings. All those got expiration date. They all expired. They're still sitting downstairs. And so I can't eat. You won't let me buy new ones. Can't eat those. But I can't. I want to eat these, but now I don't even have almost don't have a desire to eat these now since I can't eat them with you. So they just sit here.
So
and I love Doritos.
Nobody's saying you're not working, that you can't get results, any of it. We just need to focus that energy. So
yeah,
the only homework assignment that matters for me right now, you can figure it out.
Do you know how disappointed it is on my part over here?
A lot.
And it's like, I've let you guys down, you know? And
we're here saying, let's fix it. Don't back out. Let's fix it. Let's fix it together. We're here to support you.
Yeah, but I gotta fix this problem.
We're here to try to help you fix this problem. This doesn't have to be a solo thing. The only homework assignment that matters is figuring out your next step between fast path to freedom and or built to serve coaching. And then whatever you pick, you don't have to pick right now, but like think on it. You got to cancel tonight's stream or IG live or whatever. Spend time thinking about it.
Oh no, I get it, dude. She's been set up for like 2 weeks. I have to be on the IG thing with her tonight.
Okay,
She
great.
wants to talk about energy, confidence, and coaching.
Great.
And I got to be TG. She's in the group. TG Lima.
Yeah.
So
you're
I
going to be a great coach, dude. So
I gotta be there.
does something come to mind right away, or is like you want to percolate on it between those two?
I mean, the state I'm in right now, I am a burden, and I cannot.
But we don't
I
see you as
can't.
a burden.
Yeah.
That's we don't see you as a burden. I mean, I'm not. I'm sure Drew would say the same thing, but I don't see you as a burden. I want to see you win.
I don't know why you feel that way.
Drew, because I'm not getting results I need to be getting in a timely manner.
Life happens, dude. Like, there's no reason to beat yourself up over it. Like, the only thing that you're doing right now is you're so stuck in your head that you're letting yourself get in your way.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just about making the decision on which path you want to go down and how you want to approach it. And then everything else becomes irrelevant.
Yeah.
The only disappointment is not taking the action, like not doing the homework. This homework matters.
Yeah, not getting the results. Results matter.
Not for me. Results will come. Not choosing the path. Like if you have not spent time thinking about which path you want to take tonight and tomorrow, that's going to be a disappointment to me.
Yeah. I understand.
That's a disappointment. It's like I'm telling you, this is what you need. This is what take all of the emotional equity that we've built up, any love that you have for me, like don't even do it for yourself. Do it for me. Because this one will hurt more than anything else. If you don't actually think about which one, I don't care about you not doing whatever other assignment I've given you. This one matters.
I understand.
And then we'll build your business. I love seeing people's business grow. I want to see your business grow. So that's the homework. Faster freedom. I mean, you already know what it is, but you can read the pages again and go through it and digest it again, and or built to serve coaching. And then whatever one you pick or both, that's where we align all of our efforts. Like if it's built to serve coaching, we need to get you doing coaching like quickly. I need to review your videos. I need to give you feedback on how to get better, all of it. Faster freedom, we need to work on what your DMs are going to be and get them out there and start messaging people. Like either way, there's work that has to be done, but we can make that work happen really fast and have you start getting results.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't care when you get the answer, but I need the effort to go into thinking about the answer. Which path? If you came back on Saturday and you messaged me and say, Evan, I've been racking my brain for 2 days, 3 days, and I still can't figure it out. Okay. Maybe you need more time. Or maybe you get it tomorrow or tonight. Maybe as soon as we hang up, you spend like 8 minutes smelling the bag of Doritos and it just comes. Listen, I think I get some great ideas smelling Doritos bags. There's something to the smell of a Doritos that gets the brain working.
Love Doritos.
All right. That's all. That's all that matters to me. That nothing else has been a disappointment. But this is, if you don't actually spend the time to think about it. I'll come back to something.
I understand.
All right. It's been a roller coaster today, guys. It's been a fun one. We lost one. I can't believe we lost that game. I'm blaming it on Drew's 11 deaths. Unbelievable.
I don't know. That fizz.
Yeah, anyway. All right, are we back on tomorrow? Yes, I think so, right? What day is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday? Yep. Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern. We will see you there. Continue to believe. Thank you for the love, everybody.